Very warm greetings to you as you join us on today's episode of Tax Matters. My name is Olumuyiwa Matuluko. If you recall, last episode we brought you the first installment of an interview with Alh.Ibrahim Salami, the Regional Coordinator, Northwest Region of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. Alh.Ibrahim presides over operations of the Federal Inland Revenue Service in 6 states. He has 8 micro and small taxpayer offices under his command. On today's episode, the second installment, we'll be addressing your concerns on withholding tax credit note and on tax clearance certificate. But before then, let's look at self-assessment. Alhaji, you're welcome once again.
It's a pleasure. You're welcome.
Self-assessment has been in existence for a long time. We've been told it's about 15, 16 years old. But in the last 2-3 years, there has been a re-emphasis, on self-assessment. Yes. What is the procedure for self-assessment?
Well, self-assessment, as you know, is basically based on the accounting date of every company that files returns. You file your self-assessment in line with the law. That is 6 months after the accounting date. It could be earlier, So that 6 months is the maximum period allowed by law. So that as we are, when it is, we FIRS, we have re-emphasized in recent, like we said rightly, in recent years, by devising means of reminding taxpayers, even though under the law we are not obliged to tell anybody to come and file. The law is there. But for the purpose of compliance, at least a kind of working good relationship with the taxpayers, we try to remind them. In fact, we have 3 reminder letters. We send the first one. You know that your due date is so period, depending on the accounting date of that company. So we send the first. After, if the person has not responded, we still send the second. Because we don't wait until it's time. We make sure that you have enough time to be sending this letter. So in most cases, the last one, we send it a month to the last month. We send that, look, by next month, 30th, this is the final time you have. So with that has really increased level of self-assessment filing percentage, but not as significant as we want.
Okay.
So, but they are still crawling, but we are improving with this method of reminder letters, one after the other, the third, the reminder. Some will file voluntarily without even before the reminder letters, they start filing. So that what we have even, by regulation, we have even tried to soften it for taxpayers by saying that, look, if you cannot, if you know it will be difficult for you to pay all the amount on due date, you can start paying from the day one. Like now, if your accounting date is December, I know that you have 30th June to file. That is the maximum period allowable by law. You can start even paying on account from January. You can pay January, February, pay. Then finally, by 30th June, you sell all when the figures are known. You now get the balance based on what you have been paying, and then take the balance and come with the first. We have self-assessment form. You fill the form, self-assessment form. With the audited accounts, should specify the tax liability with computation of tax, capital allowances. We compute yourself, your income, your expenses, your assets, then your tax liability, capital allowances. All those things are put together by your tax consultant. They will do everything, and then upon the whole, you now fill self-assessment form containing this information, and you go to the bank to pay to FIRS. You are with your team, because every company has gotten the team. So you use your team in the teller and everything that you pay. Anywhere you pay, it enters that account, that office. No fear, as long as you use your team in that in the teller. So with this, all these things are what we call self-assessment form and self-assessment returns. everything was completed with full payment.
Okay.
And if there's any default, because that's why we take time to be sending these reminders to make sure that you don't default. So the late filing attracts penalty of 25,000 for the first month of return. Then every subsequent month is 5,000. If you are to file last month, you will now file this month. It means you are already late by 1 month of default.
So there's late filing penalty
Of 25%, 25,000. 25,000 late penalty for that month.
Good.
But if it takes you 3 months, 4 months before you file, you start from the first month of default, which is 25,000. Then the other months will be 5,000. We add it together.
Okay. But when you talk about my tax consultant helping me to put this together,
Okay.
you know, you said earlier in the first part,
Yes.
and this is common knowledge,
Yes.
that some of those small companies cannot afford to spend money on a lot of things. Must I have a tax consultant?
You must. It's compulsory.
Okay.
The laws made it mandatory that you must get a consultant. You choose yourself, your own. You negotiate your payment and all that. It's not easy, but that is the law.
Okay.
We cannot. Nobody can circumvent it. Of course, we cannot circumvent it. Not with the taxpayer nor the FIRS staff can circumvent that. You need to, because if you don't, it means that you are, your tax is be subjected to, unrealistic figure. No facts. So this how we can. That's why we also encourage them to keep records, so that they have facts to back up whatever they are presenting to us. Yeah.
Something crossed my mind when you were talking about paying in bits, and every time I hear that from the tax officials, I always say, have you taken into consideration the withholding tax that is in my credits? My accounting year is January to December.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to file by 30th of June of the following year.
Yes.
You are saying that to avoid the money becoming too huge, I can start paying in bits. Have you taken into consideration the withholding tax that is being deducted from the different businesses I'm doing?
Yeah, that's what we are saying. Like we said earlier, if you know you have those withholding tax credit notes, and then you are sure you are going to put all these sources of income together in audited accounts, that's the more reason you should file faster, because you are sure you have payments already in advance.
That is true.
So what holds you not to bring the accounts and then claim all the credit notes you have?
That is true.
It makes it faster.
That is true.
So if it is only when you don't have anything on ground that you have to pay this bills I'm talking about. So if you know you have payments with FIRS, and that all the businesses you have been doing, deductions have been made at source. So it encourages you to do faster job, prepare the accounts put together, and then remove all the tax we have paid in advance, and then pay the balance.
You and I know that all that is dependent on having withholding tax credit note. So that is our next question.
Okay.
How easy is it to acquire withholding tax credit note at MSTO level? How easy? How fast?
Very, 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 very easy. So the problem that taxpayers used to have is also from them. We also try to sensitize them on that. What can cause delay is, there's a template we have. When we call it schedule, withholding tax schedule. When you are making withholding payment, you need to attach the schedule to the bank, giving the details of that transaction, the name of the company, you put it there, the address, the contract sum, then the team of the company, the rate of tax you applied, and the tax itself. There is a template, you complete it. Once you complete it and you go to the bank to pay, it is easy for the bank to download, because
that is the person that is deducting. I am the beneficiary now.
Yes.
What will happen to me?
No, the point is that as we are getting the contract, that is where those details ought to be obtained. The error sometimes starts from the day you are getting the contract. Some contractors, they are interested in getting the job. They are not interested in what next. You understand? So when we are at the point of getting the job, because the details, somebody who is applying for a job, you ordinarily we expect you to have all those things in place, that you have certificate, already you have registered, you are a registered taxpayer, TIN number, everything is there, available is there. So as you are giving the details as you have the details, you give it to the ministry giving you the contract. It is some of them, they don't have those informations that where they're supposed to put this thing. So in the process of trying to pay to the bank, discover that this information is not available for them to extract. So sometimes they have to revert back to the contractor. Give us this thing before we can pay. That the delay can come up along the line. Because if you don't have this information, if the tape is not complete, it will not drop. The utility tax will not drop. And if it does not drop, the credit notes cannot be printed. Because as soon as these tapes are completed and everything is there, you get to the bank, it will drop. Once it drops into FRS account, we have automatic printing machine.
That's what happens now.
It's automatic now. You don't measure of saying it's no longer manual, where you say there are so many we cannot cover it. Once it drops, the receipt automatically comes out. Bam.
I'll take your word for that. But let's be practical. Economists like to say all things being equal. Assuming that the Ministry of Works in Katsina State gave me a contract and it did what it should do, getting the template correct, paying the taxes with help, and you now, the FRS now prints the credit note. Where do I collect as the person who suffered the utility tax deduction? Where do I collect the utility tax credit note?
You have options of collecting it. One, you can come to FRS direct and collect. Or you go back to your ministry that gives you the job. Because what we do here, for conveniences of taxpayers, once the receipts are generated, the credits are generated, we have the register, we enter them serially in the register, and we take it to the ministry that awards the contract. Sign this is for your contractors. So that they will go, they know them. Some of them we don't know them. Because some of them, they are contractors that are not even in Katsina. Maybe they are in Lagos, they are in Kaduna, they are anywhere. So we don't know them, but the ministries know them. So what we do is to package them and give it to the ministry.
So I should go back to that
contract and get it there.
Okay. Another aspect of that is when taxpayers, talking about corporate taxpayers now want to file the returns with those utility credit notes that are supposedly generated from the FRS.
Exactly.
Your offices still talk about confirmation. How long does that take?
We don't have that problem again.
We get calls in that regard.
We don't have serious problem again because we have the web portal. Web portal, once you get it, we slot into the web portal to get. We see the details there. So if you say if it is from Sokoto, assuming it's issued in Port Harcourt, we look at it. We slot it. We open the tax. Clear the taxpayer and the web portal.
So people don't go and get confirmation letters again from where the utility tax credit
No.
Are you sure of this?
No.
You are certain on this?
I'm very sure of that one. You don't need to. It used to happen before. Please confirm. Sometimes when it was manual, confirm that it's issued by you. But with this electronic system now, we can easily know.
On the web portal.
On the web portal. Even some taxpayer will come. Blah blah blah. It's okay. You gotta. We open the web portal and see the total transaction. Once you slot in your TIN, everything about you will come out.
FRS has really moved.
That is the purpose of that TIN we're talking about. Once you have the TIN, anything about you, as long as you do transaction, if you tell lie, you say I did something, when you slot in your TIN and does not appear anywhere in the TIN, it means that no FRS office has touched you.
Okay.
You have not gone to any FRS office.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, wetin be this?
The deduction now for withholding tax.
Withholding guinea. Look, if una no pay me my correct money today, hey, munu get made you half for.
But madam, should be your company paying income tax.
Yes, that one na enough load for me to carry. Why una wan come add join am again?
You see, withholding tax now advance payment for income tax. So when you do some kind job like contract, we go remove small from them when we won't pay you.
I don't go contract am up. I bet tell me another.
No. We must pay the money to FIRS within 30 days, and they go give us withholding tax credit note to take show say you don't pay part of your income tax in advance.
So
Now to help make the money where you go pay at the end of the year small.
So this withholding tax something, it be like part payment of
Exactly, madam.
I beg you, give me my check.
Remember, come collect your credit note.
Withholding tax now for we own good. FIRS, it pays to pay your tax.
Welcome back. The program is still Tax Matters, and we still have with us in the studio Alh.Ibrahim Salami, Regional Coordinator, Northwest Region of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. As you can see, the Federal Inland Revenue Service is really moving mountains. Another sore point, permit the use of that word, is taxpayer certificate acquisition.
Okay.
What are my rights as a taxpayer in the acquisition of taxpayer certificate, TCC, almighty TCC?
That's a very funny sense. So yes, it's almighty in the sense that it is to be issued when all taxes are duly paid.
Who determines whether all taxes are duly paid?
It's the FIRS. FIRS. Because you have a record with us.
Yes.
You have been filing with us.
Yes.
We will be monitoring. You have been nursing your file. So we'll be checking your file. So sometimes we will notify some taxpayers. I will have social outstanding. He said, okay, I will pay. Suddenly, what we see is the application for tax lien certificate. So when we see such thing, we said, this man will have outstanding. We cannot issue you. Because in any case, we have the law give us 2 weeks within which to process the TCC. The word to process, not to issue.
I like that.
So we process it and see up to the point where we should issue it or we should reject it. So, but within 2 weeks, we must communicate back to the taxpayer that look, you have so problem in the file, you have outstanding so amount. So we have a rejection form where we state the problem in the application. If this amount outstanding, if it is penalty that they have been raised, I have not paid. If it is interest that they have been raised, maybe you pay the principal, I have not paid the interest. We tell you we have still outstanding interest to pay and so on. So, based on that, the application is rejected. So please rectify and return.
You will inform
officially. We have communication. We make sure. In fact, that is where we emphasize that all the officers, all the tax controllers should ensure that these rejection forms were duly used when it's necessary, so that the taxpayer will not say, he applied, he has not heard from us. So let him know that application has been processed up to a certain point, but this is the obstacle. After that, there's no issue. Once some of taxpayers, immediately they come, we open our web portal, nothing show. We have a K card, we have a K card, Karamazoo card, where we keep the record of taxpayer debit credit on annual basis. So once we look at, we open our Karamazoo card, don't have outstanding. But this is issued. You
won't ask me for any money to issue it. No signature.
No, that one is far from it. Okay. And it's all these ones that maybe could be acquisitions. But all that I know that once you have duly paid, nobody can delay the TCC more than what is required.
As for withholding tax credit note, so it is for TCC. Sometimes also you say you want to confirm. Okay. Why do you confirm TCC or how do you confirm TCC? Genuineness or
TCC confirmation is done because some unpatriotic Nigerians decide to be faking some of them. They are some of the experts in the faking whatever. What you think is not possible. It's possible for some people. So if an organization is not too sure, the law has made it compulsory that they should refer to FIRS to confirm whether it is actually issued in Katsina or in Kano or in Sokoto or in Port Harcourt. Confirm from possibly FIRS authority. In fact, that's why on monthly basis we render TCC returns to headquarters. Good. Because some organizations write to headquarters straight.
That's good.
Yes, every month, every office renders receipt and they have the unit there. Okay. That oversees this is. Once they see application, please confirm TCC number so whether it's from Sokoto or from Katsina. There's an officer there because we have all the TC we issued for this and that. We issued from April 1 to ending. All have been returned to Abuja, and we have sent the report to Abuja. The photocopy everything there. So if you ask for such things, they will go to okay. If you are talking of Fontua, they go to Fontua file, look at it. This is number they are talking about, and which month. They look at the month, go to that month. If it's not there, it means that it's fake. So that's the way we are checkmating it.
I must say that the FIRS has really moved.
To check it. In fact, it has even been a law because it's specifically provided that ministries, whatever organizations, what the contract, whatever, should confirm the TCC somebody is presented to you. That's a law. It's even an offense not to confirm. I get it. It's an offense in the law. So because of that, now we will simplify the method of confirmation, so that if they write to Abuja, Abuja don't need to write to us. They have the data there to refer to, and then they will easily respond to whoever writes them.
Finally, sir, for those who are yet to come forward to register, to identify themselves as good corporate citizens, as taxpayers, or for those who are not paying, what is your advice?
Well, I keep on, as we have been doing, we keep on advising, we keep on sensitizing them. We keep on telling them that FIRS is a new FIRS. We are here to help them as they are helping us to build our tax base, our revenue base. So let them come forward and voluntarily to register so that without coercion. We are not interested in seizing property. We are not interested in searching people's property. We are not interested in taking people to court. We are interested in collecting our money voluntarily in a free and fair atmosphere. So we are appealing, I'm seeing this opportunity to appeal to taxpayers to come forward. Anytime you come to the taxpayer service unit, get whatever the leaflets. We have leaflets which we share. We have a counseling unit, that's which they will give them a guide. And where you are not satisfied, if the service given to you is not, we are not satisfied with it, walk into the tax controller's office and state your displeasure on the services rendered to you. If it means if you are still not satisfied, you go to tax control, regional coordinator of the region, which I am here. By special grace of God, I'll be able to address the issue. If it is above me, I can escalate it to headquarters for final adjudication. So I seize the opportunity to thank all the taxpayers in the region. They have been, some of them have been very wonderful. They are good. Without them, we cannot be talking of meeting target or close to meeting the target. So they are doing their best, and we believe that they can still do more. We were not letting our efforts in sensitizing them to ensure that whatever is due to the government is given to the government, and whatever the rights they have, nobody tramps on their rights. That is how we should work together, and I believe with this we can serve and salvage the nation as a whole and the progress in the Northwest as a whole. So we are happy that a lot of things are being done by various governments in the region. We move to some places, you see that yes, we are having some government present in some areas. Yes. We still need more of those government present to encourage taxpayer to do the best, because once the taxpayer sees what the money is being used for, voluntarily they will come forward to pay, certainly. So we do require our minimum efforts to push them around, because they have seen what is on ground. So that is our prayer.
Every day my people dey for work, some dey do office work, some get them own business, so all of them want good road, constant power for better life. Whether now office work, oh yeah, pay your tax. Whether now your own business, oh pay your tax. If you want a better life, oh pay your tax. Now your civic responsibility, pay your tax. Better soup, now money cook am. Oh yes. Nothing goes for nothing, my brother. If you want potable water, security and hospital for make life jolly.
That's right, good roads, good hospitals, potable water, adequate security all come from taxpayers' money. Play your part in making Nigeria great. Everybody, small scale, big companies, entrepreneurs, do the right thing. Pay your tax. This message is from the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
There you are. The Federal Inland Revenue Service is on the march. We know that you are happy, and they are happy with you, as we heard from Alh.Ibrahim Salami. We have had to bring you this interview in 2 installments, and we do hope that you have been enlightened and educated about the workings of the Nigerian tax system and about the modus operandi of the Federal Revenue Service. We wish you the best of luck in your business exploits, and we do hope that you will pay your taxes as and when due. Have a beautiful week ahead.